Is Check Palindrome, and it's in PHP. So given a string, we need to check if it's a palindrome. Now, what a palindrome is if we have two examples here, our first input will be, I don't know, AAB, AA, and then our second one will be ABC. So for our first one, if we was going to reverse the string, our result, let's just do reverse the string, and our result would be AABAA. So that means it's exactly the same. It reads the same sort of forwards as it does backwards, which means our result should be true. It is a palindrome. Now for this one here, if we was to reverse the string, it would give us CBA. Now that doesn't read the same forwards as it does backwards, so the result will be false. It isn't, I can't even spell, yeah, there we go. It isn't a palindrome. So now we know what a palindrome is, we just need to write our function for it. And the first thing that we're going to do is we need to turn our, well, I'm going to write this out first actually. So we've got our string and we need to turn it into an array. So turn string into an array. The next thing that we need to do is, now we've got our array, we want to reverse our array. And then once we've reversed the array, we want to turn it back into a string. So turn reversed array back to string. And the reason why we want to turn it back into a string is because you can't compare an array to a string. So now we've turned it back into a string, we can then just compare this string that we've now just made or mutated back to our original. So if we do compare to original string, and then that should give us our result of true or false. So if we get on to creating a function, and the first thing that we want to do is we want to return our condition, and we're going to just return, where's the dollar? There it is, input string, but we want to split it because we want to turn it into an array. So if we wrap brackets around this, and if we do string, so str underscore split, don't forget the semicolon at the end, and if we run the test, what we're going to see here is we've got our input string, and we've now turned that into an array. We go to the second one, input string, and now it's an array. So the next thing we want to do is we want to, if we do a sort of a cross on this one, and I'm just going to remove that. So this one is now sort of done. We now want to reverse the array, and how we do that is array, because we now have an array, underscore reverse. If we wrap our brackets around and then run the tests, we should have a reversed array. Now for the first one, we're not going to see any change because it is a palindrome, so it's going to read the same forwards as it does backwards. But if we go to test 2, what we can see here is we've got now CABA, and our input string, originally it was ABAC, so we have flipped it around, we reversed it successfully. The next thing we want to do is turn our reversed array back to a string, and we can do that using join. So if we do join and then wrap our brackets around the reversed array, run the tests, what we will now see is our output is no longer an array, it's now a string. Once again, for number 2, it's now a string. So now we've got our reversed string. The last thing to do is to compare it to the original string. And it doesn't matter where you do this, you can do it at the beginning or at the end. I'm just going to do it at the beginning. So if we just do input string, and then we just want to compare, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, we just want to compare the characters. So we're not bothered if it's numbers or letters or the type of element. We're just bothered about if it reads the same forwards as it does backwards. So if we do the double equals, and then we do input string, is it equal to our reversed array? Now if we run the tests, we've now got 10 out of 10. And yeah, we'll submit it. And this is the final code for Check Palindrome in PHP.